Hey everyone, and welcome in. My name is Talu, and on this channel I make faith-based videos to encourage you as you fight the good fight of the faith daily. Today I honestly just wanted to encourage anyone that might find themselves in the same position as me right now, in that you are praying and asking God to move in a certain area of your life, but you're just not seeing much movement, okay? I feel like in seasons like this, when it seems like God is either A, not listening, or B, has ghosted you, or C, is just taking his sweet time, it can be really easy to start asking questions like, well, does God even exist? Or, if he does, like, does he even care about me? And we can start kind of going down this spiral of doubt. And so today I wanted to share some verses that have helped and are currently helping me to get through this season of waiting on the Lord to move. So let's just get right into it. So I realized that I can be very much of a spoiled brat daughter to God, in the sense that when I, pray about something, when I ask for something, I probably give it a solid, day and a half before I'm like, oh, like, God, did you hear that request? Or do I need to say it a little louder or clearer, like, and I really started looking at God like, so do you love me or no? Because if you did, it would not be taking this long. And I know that is very ridiculous. I realize that, but I'm just being fully transparent here, okay? I know the frustration of asking God for something that you feel would make your life so much better in a season, and him not giving it to you when you want it, and you feeling like he's holding out on you, okay? I have been there before. But I've had to remind myself of the fact that I am very much not God, okay? And while I feel like I might know what is best for my life in a given season, there's just no way that what I am trying to plan for my life is better than what God has planned for me. And one thing I've come to learn is that God's timing is truly perfect. When I look back on my life and the various seasons that I've been through, I realize that if God had given me, what I wanted, when I wanted it, every time I asked for it, my life would look very different right now, and most likely not for the better. I can see the ways that God wasn't ignoring my requests and how he wasn't rejecting them, but he was just saying, it's just not the right season for that right now. Acts chapter 1 verse 7 says, "It is not for you to know the times or seasons that the Father has fixed by his own authority." And when I look back and see how faithful God has been throughout my life, I am so grateful that he is the one with the authority over the times and the seasons, and not me. I love how relatable the Bible can be, in that, in whatever you're going through, you can almost certainly find someone in the Bible who has went through something very similar, if not the exact same thing. I was reading in the Psalms recently, which I feel like people don't talk about the Psalms too much. Like, they really be going through it in the Psalms sometimes. But I was reading Psalm 77, which talks about a person that finds themselves in trouble and, is crying out and seeking the Lord, but feels, very similar to how you might feel sometimes, that God isn't listening to them or just ignoring them. It says in verse 8, it says, "Has his steadfast love forever ceased? Are his promises at an end for all time? Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his compassion?" This person is clearly feeling abandoned and neglected by God, and has started going down that spiral of doubt, which we might find ourselves doing as well. But I think what they do next is such a great example of how we should respond when we find ourselves in seasons like this. They say, starting in verse 11, they say, "I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your wonders of old. I will ponder all your work and meditate on your mighty deeds. Your way, O God, is holy. What God is great like our God? You are the God who works wonders. You have made known your might among the peoples." Wow, right? When in doubt, rely on the faithfulness of God. I really would like to encourage y'all to look back on your life and remember the faithfulness of God, and how he's never left you, he's never forsaken you, even in seasons where it felt like he was being unresponsive or slow to act. Doing this has really allowed me to truly surrender my situation and my season to God, and trust that He is moving in His perfect timing, and that I'll look back on this situation one day and see why things happened the way that they did. I've even started trying to thank God in advance because I just know that He is working things together for my good. The verse I'll leave y'all with today is probably one that you're very familiar with, but Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." I hope this verse comes to mind next time you find yourself questioning God's timing, and I hope that this video encouraged you. If it's not too personal, maybe share one way that you are praying for God to move in your life down in the comments below. But until next time, let's keep fighting the good fight of the faith, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!